Hey everybody, Adrian here with blendrecommender.com, and I am smoking two pipes at once. A little experiment today. I'm going to be comparing Cornell Diehl Star of the East Flake, which is in this country gentleman. Keep that going. To Penzance by Esoterica. Because when I started, looking into Cornell Diehl Star of the East Flake and researching that blend, I saw several people reviewing it and comparing it loosely to Penzance, and so that got me very curious. So, full disclosure, I've smoked a lot more Star of the East Flake than I have Penzance because Penzance is a lot more difficult to get a hold of, as we all know. I've only smoked, probably. A fraction of Penzance versus Star of the East Flake. So for this comparison and talking about how they're similar and different, I wanted to be smoking them out of similar pipes, these two cobs, at the same time. So keep it fresh on my memory here. So first off, out of the tins, the Penzance is definitely has a little bit more moisture content. Not to the point where you have to dry it for a really long time, but I did decide after a few bowls to let it dry out for about 5-10 minutes, and that seemed to help the smoke quite a bit. With the Star of the East Flake, the tin that I got, and I think it holds kind of true for most of the tins that I've gotten, especially flakes from Cornell and Diehl. It was drier than other manufacturers, which actually I really prefer. I've grown to really like to smoke tobacco on the slightly drier side, and so that was absolutely fine with me. I just take it, I've jarred them both up. Here is what I have left of Penzance, and then here is Star of the East Flake. I take this right out of the jar when I want to smoke it, load up and go, and with the Penzance, I'll give it just a few minutes there to dry out. And they are very similar in composition, or at least what's listed by both manufacturers, as far as being a Latakia blend with Virginias and Orientals. They don't go into specifics on really what those exact Orientals are, which I wish all manufacturers would. That would make classifying so much easier. But I think Star of the East Flake does mention that it does use Izmir as one of those component Oriental tobaccos. I'm not sure if that specific one is in Penzance. Maybe somebody can shed some light on that one. The overall profile of the smoke is similar. The big difference, while you detect the Orientals in both blends, the big difference for me is Star of the East Flake has a bit more of a tart character to it, just a little bit more brightness, not quite sour, but tart is the best way I can think to describe it. It's a great blend on its own, and I smoke it regularly. I do enjoy it a lot. The Penzance tastes like it could be just a slightly older, more mature, aged version of those component tobaccos put together. So it's a lot more mellow. I don't get near as much of that sour / tart taste. And another thing on the retrohale is the Star of the East Flake has a lot more pepper, a lot more of a cigar-like nose feel on the retrohale than the Penzance does. The Penzance, the retrohale, for me, with those Orientals, it really reminds me of Dunhill's London mixture. When I retrohale both of those, very, very similar. So, are they the same? No, they're not the same. Are they a substitute for one another? I don't think so, because honestly, I enjoy both of them on their own merits. I think they are different enough that if, all things being equal, if you can find Penzance, absolutely, you should try it. Supply and demand has kind of, driven up Penzance's mystique, if you will. It is a very good blend, but there are excellent blends that are just as good as Penzance on the market, and are much more readily available. That being said, I think you should definitely try it, see what it's all about. You'll probably like it a lot. It is a very smooth, well put together blend. But I wouldn't worry too much, and I certainly wouldn't pay exorbitant, prices on the secondary market for Penzance. Star of the East Flake, very good on its own. They did a great job with this blend. And I have read that there are a few others that get compared to Penzance on a regular basis. I have not had Brevia Latakia. I believe it's number 9. So that would be the next one that I'm looking to pick up, and I'll definitely do a video when I compare that to Penzance as well. So I hope this helps. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, enjoy your pipes. Have a great day.